Hey there y'all, thank you for viewing the auction. I wanted to show off some of the best features on my 2020 Volvo V60 Cross Country, features that make this car stand out from the rest. Most cars have a foot activated tailgate now, but where it is pretty vague. On the Volvos, it's really nice. Between the words cross and country is where the sensor is. So you kick underneath and the gate opens. To close it, you just kick and it closes. If you want to open the gate conventionally, the rubber release is under the Volvo logo, and you've also got these buttons on the hatch to close. The left one doesn't lock the car, while the right one locks the whole car, which is very convenient. While the foot activated feature is nice, it doesn't lock the car. So if your hands are free and you're going inside somewhere, it's best to use this button. One of the coolest and most useful features about this car is what Volvo calls the grocery bag holder. Volvo has had this feature on their models over the years, but it's not as common as it used to be. I don't even think it's offered on the V60 Cross Country anymore. For 2020, Volvo offered it as a part of the Cross Country Pro package. As y'all can see, I have the floor completely flat right now. But as you can see, the OEM rubber mat has this indentation in the middle. Why is that? Well, I have the cargo cover right here. I lift up the rubber mat and I have this indentation in the carpet. I lift it up and I have a divider. Not only is this a divider that creates two small cargo spaces, but it also has this rubber band right here to hold stuff in, as well as these hooks to hang grocery bags on. For the work I do, this is extremely beneficial for having two different orders, and this area right here is so large it can fit various items. This is wide enough to fit multiple 12 packs of soda, a 40 pack of Costco water, you name it. And the best part of all is that if you go on the side, you see the cargo cover, and it's hard to see what's hiding underneath. So it basically creates a secure barrier, so if you have stuff that you need to get out quickly, you can keep it open in front of the grocery bag holder, while you can hide more personal stuff behind the cargo cover in conjunction with that rubber mat folded up. Before I hop in the back seat and explain more of the interior features, I just wanted to talk about how spacious this vehicle is. I'm very tall, I'm 6'4". I have longer legs, and the driver's seat, I keep it all the way back and all the way lowered, but reclined up a good bit. And if I get in, not only do I have decent leg room, as well as decent foot space, my shoes are 12.5, but I also have at least 2 or 3 inches of headroom. And if you're a person that's say 5'11" or 6 foot with a long torso, or you're a much taller person with a shorter torso, you should have no issues fitting up front. You also have 2 memory settings as well. So I have this setting here where, if we're being quite honest, it's a little tight behind me, but if I push this 2 right here, I'm raised up a bit. I still have about 1 inch or 2 of headroom. My leg room is all right for a shorter drive, and best of all, I fit behind myself just fine with plenty of knee room and even some foot room for my big feet. As I stated, I do have a shorter torso for someone as tall as I am, but I still have about 1 inch or 2 of headroom in here, which is really good because a lot of vehicles with panoramic sunroofs, when you get to the back seat, you compromise on headroom. And up front, I have more headroom, but for most of the people that'll be riding in the back seat, there should be no issues. Most cars are lucky to have rear vents, let alone controls for the rear vents and a touchscreen to control the rear vents. And this car has all of those. So you have access and you can do different temperature zones just like up front. So I can make one of the sides warmer. I can change the fan speed, and even better for the winter time, there's heated functionality. And you can adjust the vents. There are 2 vents here, and there are vents on the doors as well. And you also get door cup holder, little door storage, and the same soft quality materials that you have up front. And these cup holders I have in one of my driving demos. These cup holders are fantastic. Big restaurant cups fit securely, and if you're driving quickly, there's no issues. Something a little more top heavy like a Stanley might have some issues, but the front cup holders are perfect for drinks like that. Volvo has a reputation for amazing seats, and this car fits the bill. This one with the luxury package, which is extremely hard to find on Volvos, let alone the V60 Cross Country, you get ventilated and massaging front seats, and you also get additional functionality such as this Napa leather with the holes in it for extra breathability versus standard leather. You get the cushion extension, and you also get bolster extensions through the touchscreen. Now, unlike the touchscreen where you can access the heated and cooled functions, you access the really cool functions of the seats by tapping this right here. You can turn the seat on, and you can turn into different functionalities. This is the type of feature you'll never hear discussed in a car review. This spot right here is one of my favorite features of this car. Why is that? Well, I'm not gonna mess up my recording. Well, you know what? Let's do it anyway. But you put it here, and you have a spot that serves as a phone mount. So you can put your phone upright and you can still see everything on it while it's not too low to take your eyes off the road, but it's in a spot that most people would put an aftermarket phone mount anyway. And you already have that. So the cord can just curve up, stick into the phone, and you put the phone right here. The car needs to be running for this to work, but this car has a cooled glove box. As you can probably see in here, there's a fan that blows into the glove box. So while it doesn't provide guaranteed refrigeration, it does make it a little cooler, especially in the summer heat. Just push in, and you turn the cooled glove box off. This car has a lot of tech, but it's all very easy to access and very easy to use. On this side of the steering wheel, as y'all saw in the driving video, is the adaptive cruise control. You push this button right here to activate it while you're driving. You use this button to either resume or go faster. You use this button to go slower, and you use these two arrows to toggle between adaptive cruise control or pilot assist, which is a hands-free version of adaptive cruise control. As y'all saw in my brief demo of pilot assist, the car does warn you if your hands are off the wheel for too long. So it's really just supposed to help if you're a little unconfident about the driving or maintaining your lane. But honestly, I mostly just use adaptive cruise control, just make sure I have a hand on the wheel, and it works phenomenally. The best part about adaptive cruise in here is that you can maintain a speed of 20 miles an hour or greater when no car is in front of you. And if cars are in front of you and there's traffic, it'll come for a complete standstill. You either just tap the pedal or tap this button right here to get going. And you can also check your menus with the folders button right here, pause your music, go back and forth between songs, and if you don't want to speak to a certain voice assistant, you can push this button to activate her. And on the touchscreen, even though there aren't a lot of buttons, the touchscreen functionality is easy to use. You just push this little person sitting here and you bring up the AC. I have it on auto, but you can just tap the modes to like be face AC or face and feet AC, and I just have it on auto. And CarPlay, as y'all saw in the photos on Cars and Bids, takes up the bottom half of the screen when it's activated. You have all your safety tech right here, such as the automatic parking. You can see the cameras when you're in park. You can always just push this button to go back to where you were. And then this is where you can access like your trip meter and some of the other aspects of the car, and then you can just access your general settings too. Now all of those features are great, but best part about this car, the value you're getting for the money and the reliability it's had along the way. As you can see, this vehicle has about 170,000 miles, and all the tech works. The heated, cooled, and massaging seats, all the safety sensors, everything works as it should in this car. And it just did well on a pre-purchase inspection I had done. I've followed the maintenance meticulously, It's had big repairs, like the $2,000 timing belt repair done already. And there's a reserve, so I can't say how much it'll go for, but let me just say, this thing will be a terrific value for the money. This thing was $56,000 new in 2020. Getting a 2026 model with the big wheels, the Polestar tune, and the Ultra trim would be in the mid 60s, and you still wouldn't have all the features this car has. So keep all that in mind. The auction is going to be live until about 3:45 p.m. on Monday, July 20th. So if you haven't already and you haven't gotten approved, please make an account on Cars and Bids. Please be on the lookout, and looking forward to hearing from you on the auction. See you on the other end.